And it's like interrupting me and I can't even think. Okay? Sorry. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Bobby B. I'm back again with another video. I'm coming with a video today on a review of a couple shows and series that I've been tuning into. We are still amongst the quarantine, so I thought I'd do a video just throwing out some content on some shows I think you all should check out. So with that being said, I'd like anyone who is watching to be aware there are possible spoiler alerts. So, spoiler will pop up on the screen when you don't want to know something about the show. So, just beware that I am going to be talking about some of the shows that I've been watching, and just so that you all know that if you watch and you will see them on the screen, so you know, probably skip ahead a little bit. Alright, so let's get right into it. So, I've been watching a lot of TV, as everyone else, and some shows that I've been really interested in. I'm really into like sci-fi. I don't mind like some supernatural, some horror. Suspicion is a lot of fun. I like crying. I don't know why I like to be emotional when I watch TV or movies, but that type of emotion sparks a lot of feeling in me, and I really enjoy that emotion of like, whether it be happy tears, sad tears, whatever the case may be. But a couple shows are on Apple TV. If you have Apple TV, there are some great shows on Apple TV. Amazing Stories is really good. Servant is really good. I think it's called The Morning Show or Good Morning Show or something like that. With Jennifer Aniston, that's really good. The Banker, I think that's a movie with Apple. That's super duper good. So check out all those. They're really, really done cinematically very well. The cinematography is just captivating, especially with the Amazing Stories. It's a short story series of like each individual episode is different, so it's a different story, and that's like super creative. It's like an hour long, about 50 minutes, and it's like a movie, so you just sat there and watch an entire movie, and it's just like a TV show. It's super captivating. I cry. I think I'm on episode like 3 or 4, and I've cried every episode, so that's a tearjerker if you want to get into that. I wanted to talk about Apple TV's Servant. Servant is a television show based on a family needing a nanny to help take care of their baby. Hence, Servant. So this story, mind you, we're going to put this up now, spoiler. This story is so creepy. I watched the whole thing and I was like kind of upset after it was all said and done. Like, it's a really... Some of the episodes is like hard to watch, whether it's gory or it's just like dragging on. It's just like, all right, guys. Like, but a lot of like creepy stuff happened. I'm still very confused on whether... I haven't like looked anything up about it because I would like to just kind of take my own perspective about it because I've just enjoyed being a viewer. So in my perspective, I'm like still unsure of whether this is like a paranormal activity situation, you know, when it comes to like ghosts, or, you know, they did bring up some type of religion stuff in there. I don't know whether they're just doing like, they're just psychotic. I don't know if they're just like mad, like they don't know reality from whatever world they're actually living in, and it's really, really weird on how they frame it. So they have this like servants come and take care of their baby, and when we first introduce the servant, we find out that the servant will be being a nanny to a doll. They are a husband and wife that are living with a baby that is not real. Bruh. And they want the wife to go back to work, and so that they feel normal again, they have a nanny take care of the baby while she's gone. So the wife still feels like normal about leaving her kid, because I'm assuming she doesn't know that the doll is not her baby. She thinks that's her baby. We later find out. Oh, okay. So, yeah, we find out that the baby is not real, and that the nanny will be taking care of a doll. And the husband is playing along with it, but when the wife goes to work, he talks to the nanny and tells her, hey, we're just doing this so that she can start to feel a little bit better, regarding us losing our child. They lost their child, so now they have the doll to replace the child so that the wife can come back to normal. She kind of had a psychotic break when the baby passed away. So he's like, while she's here, I would really appreciate it. You take care of the baby as we pay you. But when she's gone, we really don't have to, play along with knowing the baby is a doll. And the girl is like, no, it's not a problem. I got it. I still want to play with the baby when she's not here. And she's like, okay, I'm paying you to take care of a baby, but I'm telling you, when she's not around, you don't have to do this. So if you want to, go ahead, whatever. So, throughout the episode or seasons, she asks him to the servant asks the husband or the dad to look after the baby while she makes runs an errand, and the husband is looking at her like, look after the baby, okay, I'll look after the baby. So she leaves and she drops off the baby monitor in the kitchen. So, and he's a chef, so he stays at home. He does whatever his job requires him, so he can work from home and cook or whatever. So he's down in his cellar, grabbing some wine, and when he's down there, he hears some baby noises, and he's just like, "What was that?" But he ignores it. He's like, "Okay, whatever." Goes back upstairs. He finishes cooking. He's still cooking, and then all of a sudden, on the baby monitor, he hears another baby noise, and he's like, "No, absolutely not. There's no baby noise coming from my baby's room, on a baby monitor, because there's no baby up there. There's a doll. What are we, I'm not stupid." Runs upstairs, and lo and behold, in the crib, there is a live and breathing baby. Yeah. So the mystery became, where did this baby come from? So there was once a baby, the baby passed away, they replaced that baby with a doll, and now the doll is no longer there. There is an actual real life baby. Where the heck did this... So he's freaking out. Mind you, throughout the episodes when they first started, he was very detached from the doll. So you would see him bump the doll up beside the head. When he would pick it up, he would just pick it up by the leg. Because it's a doll. It's not a real baby. And he's not going to sit here and pretend when he's by himself that he's holding his son. This is not my son. My son is gone. This is a doll. So he would be slinging the baby around and stuff like that. And the servant actually caught him slinging the baby at one point, but they never even brought it up. But then all of a sudden, there is a real baby here. So now that there's a real baby here, the mystery is where did this baby come from? He's freaking out. He don't want to tell nobody. There's only a few people that know about the wife having this moment of needing to put a false doll in place of her real baby. So a lot of people don't even know the baby's passed away. Everyone thinks the baby is still alive. They don't know her scenario. They don't know the situation. So they're not telling people. And, when she go back to work, everyone still thinks, she left because she was on maternity leave. And now she's back because she's ready to come back to work. So now his brother-in-law, which is his wife's brother, his father-in-law and his wife, and then the psychiatrist. There's only four people, including him, that know about the baby, or the doll, at least. So now he needs to, try to figure out where this baby come from. He told his brother-in-law first, dude, what the heck? The brother-in-law freaks out. He's like, where did you steal this baby from? He's like, I didn't steal the baby. They had the theory of the servant brought the baby in when she got there. It's her baby. They had the theory of she stole the baby. Where did the baby come from? So they found out there was no missing kids, no Amber Alert, no nothing like that. And then they tried to find evidence of who she is. Where did she come from? Why did she find us? How did she know we needed a baby? No one knew that our baby died, but a few people. So, like, where did she come from? So they did some history. She's from Wisconsin. But she's weird. Weird people always come from Wisconsin. Oh, this takes place in, like, New York area. They go to her house to figure out, like, who is this girl? And come to find out, the house that she, like, says that she lived in or was, like, on where she was registered is burned up. So there is a report of the people that were in the home in which she says she lived there. The girl, which is her, the name, and her parents died in this fire. So they go to the tombstone, and there's tombstones of the mother, father, and daughter from the fire, tombstones in the graveyard. So it's like, is this girl impersonating a dead girl? Like, she stole somebody's identity, and now she's here and, like, saying that she's somebody else. So they still trying to put together theories of, like, who she is. She doesn't really say much. She's very quiet. She's only, like, 18 years old, so she's, like, a temptress, but at the same time, she's, like, very reserved. She'd be, like, praying in the nude and stuff like that. So it's just like, what is this girl's different? She'd be, like, whipping herself, like, taking, like, a cord and, like, hurting herself and, like, hurting her back and stuff like that. Also, she has some weird kind of, like, obsession with the wife, the mom. The wife, like I said, she went back to work. She's a news reporter. So she goes and she goes out and reports the news in different settings, and they tape every segment that she has. So she has tons of DVDs of, like, when she's been on TV and stuff like that. So the girl watches them. She's always catching the mom when she's on TV, like, recording it or just being there when, like, making sure she's there live when the wife is on TV. So it's just like this weird dynamic of, like, this girl is just very strange. And then she only eats tomato soup. So it's like, she only eats soup. She's different. So throughout the season, a lot of paranormal activity stuff happens, like cracks in the walls. All of a sudden, a dog appeared in their house. It was, like, deranged. And then they killed it. And then it all of a sudden came back to life.
Run.
No explanation. Yeah, they were trying to hide the baby. They didn't think other people could see the baby, but then other people could see the baby. So it was like they got the baby baptized, and everybody saw that, and they saw that the baby was there. So that was no issue. And then all of a sudden, the girl has an uncle who shows up out of nowhere. And he kind of seems as though he is out of it. He's speaking a weird language, chanting, stuff like that. He tries to get the girl to come back home, wherever home is for them. And the wife doesn't want her to leave because she knows that the daughter is really good with the baby, and she's helping her get back to work and stuff like that. So she don't feel like the girl needs to leave. She like, no, I want her to stay. And the husband like, no, let that girl go. She's definitely strange. She's definitely weird. If her uncle want her to leave, she can go. He's not there at the time. He went away for a business trip. So the wife ended up getting the dude to convince the girl to stay. While he was there, she was like, let me fix you dinner. You can stay tonight. Let me just show you some hospitality, show you how we treat her so you don't have to take her away from me. The night he stayed there, that she put him in one room, everybody go to bed or whatever. The husband got scared with having that man in his house, so he called his brother-in-law to come over there while he gone. I need you to go check on the place, make sure everything good, because I don't know that man like that. If anything gone down, I want somebody to be there, so go protect your sister. So he went over there, and they went to sleep or whatever, and while the brother is asleep, he heard a bump. So he woke up like, what was that? So he go check and see like what that noise was. First thing he go do is go look for that dude. Where is he at? Obviously not there. We heard a bump in the night, and this creepy man is in her house, and he's gone. So he go check everywhere. He couldn't find him. He go to his sister's room, and he told her, I don't know where that man was. I heard a real big bump. We need to go grab the baby, and we need to get out of here now. The sister looked at him and said, I'm not going to be a terrorist in my own house. We're going to go find him. Where the hell is he at? So went and looked and seen where he was. And in the process of doing that, they all of a sudden hear the baby like make a noise. And they like, she's like, oh my God, my baby. She go and get the baby or whatever. And when she see the baby is in the room in the middle of the floor. But he not crying. He's just in the middle of the floor. So she went and grabbed him out the middle of the floor like, oh my God, what is you doing on the floor? You were supposed to be in your crib. Like, what is going on? And they pan over and look at the crib. This old man is asleep in the baby crib. What? The brother like, oh no, he like, I'm about to take off on cuz. Like, you got me messed up. Are you kidding me? This man just put your baby. He was so mad, he was about to just snap. He just put your baby on the floor. Are you for real? She like, nah, don't worry about it. It's cool. Leave him there. I'ma sleep in my bed with my baby. I'ma need you to just stay and guard him. Watch him for the night. Make sure he don't go nowhere. And we'll deal with this in the morning. The brother like, y'all all crazy. All of y'all. Are you for real? So he sit there and slept there for the night. And when he wake up in the morning, the man is gone. And he come downstairs and everybody downstairs having breakfast. Like nothing ever happened. Everything's just fine. Like, this is creepy. So the uncle ended up leaving or whatever, or before he left, trying to still convince baby girl, his niece, to come with him. And she like, no, I'm not going. He like, okay, I'm going to come back. And you ain't going to like when I come back. Because when I come back, you're definitely coming home. Like I said. So he leave. So much craziness happening, trying to figure out who this chick is and why all this stuff is happening. But baby ended up getting baptized, like I said, and during the baptism, the man come back again, but this time he come back, I'm assuming, with his wife, because this is her aunt, and she's convincing her, trying to tell her, like, you know you belong to us, you know where you're supposed to be, so you need to come back home. The mom, the husband and wife's who baby it is, she ended up catching the lady in the room with the baby or whatever, and she like, oh, well, nice to meet you. She like, you look familiar. I don't know where I know you from, but like, oh, you just look familiar. So the lady ended up leaving, you know, still trying to convince the girl. Everybody left from that day who was there for the baby baptism. And she laid down trying to figure out, like, where do I know this lady from? She like, her face looks so familiar. It looks so familiar. So she finally realized, like, I think I remember where I know her from. Because, like I said, she's a newscaster. She's a news reporter. So she be doing a lot of news. So she go to her DVDs and she looking through her DVDs. And she like, I think I remember where I seen this lady before. Going through the DVDs or whatever. And there was a report that she did on a cult. And it was this cult that was had a bunch of people inside of it, and they were trying to I think they were being held hostage, or they were holding somebody hostage or something like that, and she was there for the report. And then all of a sudden, while they were there during the report, where the hostages were being held, an explosion goes off and kills a bunch of people. And the lady in which she saw, she was one of the victims that was a part of the cult that also died in this explosion. So she's freaking out, like, how is this dead lady from years ago, from a report that she did, standing in her house right now? Like, super duper confused. And then she goes and try to like pin that together. While that's happening, baby girl decided, the servant girl, the nanny decided, she said, okay, I'ma leave for real. My auntie and my uncle, right, I'ma leave. She leaves, but when she leaves, the mom goes upstairs to the room and she realizes that the baby is not there. The baby's gone. And the doll is back. The girl is gone. And the mom, also, when she realized who that woman was able to remember. Because remember, she had a psychotic break. She just broke. She didn't come back to until she got that doll back. Now that the girl is gone, all of a sudden, I'm assuming her memories came back to her about what happened and how she's standing here in reality with the doll. Before, the doll meant her real baby. Now she don't see no baby. She don't see her baby. She see an actual real doll. She's never really seen the doll any time in the season until the very last episode. She realizes this is a doll, and when she realizes that it's a doll, she remembers where her baby went. And in that, she realizes where her baby went is she was a newborn. She just had the baby. Had her maybe I think they said she had her 13 weeks. The husband left for a business trip. And she was so stressed out. It was super hot in New York. She went grocery shopping, and when she came back, she took all the groceries inside, and she started doing a bunch of housework. She fell asleep, all this other stuff. Put a fan in the room for the baby, everything. She laid down, and then she kept checking the monitor, and she like, well, my baby been quiet for a long time, like whatever. So she laid back down. She's tired, she's a newborn, she's a new mother, so like she's exhausted. She finally realized, like, it's been at least, the way they made it seem, it's been at least over 24 hours that she did not, because she was so out of it that she didn't realize that she hadn't checked on her baby in like 24 hours. When she finally come to, she go upstairs to like check on the baby, like, I ain't talked to see my baby, held my baby, fed my baby, nothing. Go upstairs to the crib, and ain't no baby in there. She like, oh my God, where's my baby? And then she starts to like retrace her steps. So she slowly goes, I'm sorry, y'all. It's raining outside, and it's like raining. And it's like interrupting me, and I can't even think. Okay, sorry. Back to the story. Oh, so she's reminiscing, like, okay, retracing her steps. So if my baby not in my crib, like, what did I do? Like, I came in the house. So she slowly goes downstairs. She goes downstairs. She goes outside. She goes to the car, and she remembers she left the baby in the car. She grabbed the baby. Mind you, her husband left on like a Thursday. He didn't come back until like Monday. The baby passed away that Friday. So from Friday to Monday, she stayed in the house with the baby that whole weekend till Monday evening till he came back home. Like, she was so distraught. She was so lost. She didn't know what to do. She felt like she made such a huge mistake. She didn't know what to do next. So she just waited until her husband told her what to do. Like, somebody gave her some sort of instruction of like, all right, this is what we should do. And it was very, very weird. And she finally came to, and she was so upset. And during that moment, the girl was meeting up with her aunt and her uncle, and they were like with a bunch of people, like a group of people, and then they just started hugging. And then one minute you see them hugging, and this police officer saw a group of people standing in the middle of the street, but he like glanced and he was moving too fast, so he didn't know what he saw. So he backed up, and when he backed up, there was nothing there. So it's like so many unanswered questions. Like, did they hallucinate to believe that the doll was an actual baby? Was the girl there to make them think that there was an actual baby there? Or did she bring a baby in spirit? Like, was this a spirit baby? Or like, because I don't think she was real, knowing that that lady blew up in a fire, an explosion. So like, who is this woman and this girl that technically doesn't exist? Because remember, there was a tombstone with her name on it. So it's like, is she even alive? That show good, y'all. And it had me twisted and turning and lost, because I'm still lost. I still don't really know for a fact of anything. So for now, I'm still just gonna like go with my theories. Their nanny was a ghost, I think. That's what I think. Whatever. Also, a couple other shows if you were interested. I think it was called McMillions documentary. is super interesting to catch up on like the Monopoly scandal that happened. They did a documentary on it. It's pretty interesting to know more about that. And then Tiger King on Netflix. I know a lot of people have already watched it, but that is interesting as well. It's really good entertainment. I know they're adding extra episodes to it, so I think there's a new one on there. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it, but I heard the newest one isn't that good. I'm still haven't watched it myself. I'm gonna go watch it. Oh my goodness, it is really coming down outside. Y'all know Florida be having hurricanes and stuff, but we ain't even in hurricane season, so they can calm down with all of that. Showing out with all of that over there. Showing out with all of that over there. Showing out with all of that over there. Also, keep up with RuPaul's Drag Race. I've also been watching old seasons because what else is there to do? But also the new season is out. I think there's season 12 or 13. I think it's 13. Yeah, it might be 13. 12 or 13. But yeah, so far. And Gigi been snapping, period. Snap, snap, snap. Every chance she gets, she comes. She bring it to you every ball. I don't know why you keep gagging. Like, I am gagging because baby girl keeps serving. Jan, you know, she is a lot of energy. Like, Jan, sit down. Please have a seat. She's cool or whatever. Those are my TV shows. That's what I've been watching. That's what I've been up to. Comment. Let me know what you've been watching. Tell me some shows. Like, what should I keep up on? I know Keeping Up with the Kardashians has been popping. They've been fighting on there. Scrapping. Literally punching each other in the face. So yeah, keep me up to what y'all watching, or tell me what y'all think of the shows that I mentioned. If you've seen Servant, let me know if you like it, what your perspective is. Tell me some stuff that I missed, or tell me what you think happened, because I don't know what happened. I'm still confused. But thanks so much for watching, y'all. I really do appreciate you all taking the time out to hang out with your boy once again. I am going to do my best with staying up with the content and different videos. If you do have some suggestions, please comment down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let your boy know how you feel. Show me some love. I am Bobby B. I'm out.